Hello students, how are you all? Hope that you all are fine as well as healthy. We are learning 12th Science Biology English Medium chapter number 5, and the title of chapter number 5 is about the principles of inheritance and variation. In last video lecture we have talked about the different type of genetic disorder. Okay, means some examples or the classification of genetic disorder, but from today we are going to talk about the new concept, and the today's question will be the color blindness. But before starting today's video lecture, we are going to revise the some previous lectures aspect which are very much important. Okay, because you know that in last video lecture we had done the screen recording, but in today's video lecture we are using the whiteboard. Okay, so with the help of whiteboard you are going to understand this concept very much easily. So you know that first of all I am going to start from the mutation. Okay, see what is mutation. What is mutation? You know that what is the meaning of mutation? Mutation is nothing but we can say that mutation is one type of change. Mutation is one type of change. Okay, so what is the meaning of changes? We can say that changes means in the sense of changes found in the sequence of DNA. So we can say that what is the mutation? Mutation is one type of change which is found. Mutation is one type of change which is found in the sequence of DNA or in the base pair. Okay, in the base pair of DNA. So you remember what is the meaning or definition of mutation. Mutation is one type of change. Okay, so some type of changes are known as the mutation, and you know that the word mutation, we can say that the word mutation was given by one scientist which is known as Utsav. Okay, which is known as Utsav. So you remember it is a one-liner question. See this name Utsav is not there in your textbook in chapter number 5, but when you will learn the chapter number 7, which is all about the evolution, there is some aspect or some information of the mutation, and the name Utsav is mentioned in the chapter number 7. So you will remember the Utsav gave the word which is known as the mutation. Okay, mutation means what? Mutation means one type of change. Okay, so changes found in what? Changes found in the base pair of DNA, means the sequence of DNA. And you know that two definitions are given in your textbook. The first definition, which is known as what? The first definition is of the point mutation. Okay, first definition which is known as the point mutation. You know that if mutation is found in a single sequence, means in a single base pair of DNA, then it is known as the point mutation. And what is the example of point mutation? It is very much important. You will remember the example of point mutation will be a one genetic disease which is known as sickle cell anemia. Which is known as what? Which is known as sickle cell anemia. So you will remember this name. Sickle cell anemia is a one type of genetic disease, okay, which occurs with the help of point mutation. Okay, we will understand it later, but you will remember the example of point mutation is the sickle cell anemia. It is the first type of mutation. What about the type number 2? The type number 2, we can say that frame shift mutation. Okay, type number 2, we can say that the second type which is known as frame shift mutation. So first type which is known as the point mutation, and second type which is known as the frame shift mutation. So two types of mutations are there. And now we can think that what do you think, that mutation is beneficial or harmful? Okay, see the word mutation. Okay, in Gujarati language it is known as the vikruti. Okay, vikruti word. So generally we are thinking like this, that mutation word means the mutation is not beneficial, it is harmful. Generally it is the general thought of all of us. Okay, but see, you know that we are the humans, and humans were originated from our ancestor which are known as the apes. So it is also one type of mutation. Okay, so if this type of mutation was not occurred, then the human being then the human being were never formed. Okay, it is possible that after the 5 or 6 million years, okay, after 5 or 6 million years, because of the mutation, the new species will be originated from the human with the help of mutation. So you will remember this. Mutation may be beneficial or the harmful. Okay, mutation may be beneficial or the harmful. See, you know that the fishes are able to swim in the water. Birds are able to fly because their genes are mutant. Okay, that's why we can say that it is one type of beneficial. Okay, but sometimes mutation will be harmful also, like see, cancerous cell. Okay, cancerous cell, it is one type of mutant cell. It is not beneficial for us. Okay, it is one type of harmful. So you will remember this, mutation may be beneficial or the harmful. Okay, so it is all about the mutation. Now I am writing the classification, means the proper classification chart of the genetic disorder. See here I am writing the one important word, which is known as what? Which is known as genetic disorder. Which is known as what? Which is known as genetic disorder. Okay, this word is very much important. This word is very much important. What is the meaning of disorder? See, we are not talking about the some disease. Okay, because disease હોય તો 2-3 દિવસમાં disease છે તે disappear થઈ શકે, symptoms છે disease ના એ પણ 4-5 દિવસમાં disappear થઈ શકે. But see, we are talking about the disorder, and disorder will be permanent. You will remember, disease will not be permanent, or disease is not a permanent thing, but you will remember disorder is the permanent thing. Okay, so now we are going to talk about the some type of disorder which are connected with the genes, which are connected with the chromosome, which are connected with the inheritance. Okay, so genetic disorder, there are main two types of genetic disorder. Okay, we can say that there are main, how many types? There are main two types of genetic disorder. The first type, which is known as the Mendelian disorder. The first type which is known as Mendelian type of disorder. The first type which is known as Mendelian type of disorder, while the second type which is known as chromosomal. Second type which is known as chromosomal disorder. Second type which is known as chromosomal disorder. So two types of disorder are there. See, we are doing this classification, or we are making this chart according to your textbook. Okay, so the base or the information taken in this concept will be from your textbook, means your NCERT. So we are learning NCERT, means the concept of NCERT. See, Mendelian disorder. You will remember, what about the Mendelian disorder? It is one type of disorder in which some mutations or the mutant gene, okay, mutation will form, some changes are found, or mutant gene will be found, and this mutant gene will go to the next generation. Okay, means inheritance, means transmission of this mutant gene is required. Okay, that's why it is known as what? That's why it is known as Mendelian disorder. Okay, it means if the father or mother having this type of disorder, then the progeny will receive this disorder from their parents. Okay, that's why it is known as the Mendelian type of disorder. Okay, here see, chromosomal disorder means changes in the number of chromosomes. See, I am talking about the number of chromosomes. Okay, here see, here it is one type of disorder. Okay, it is one type of disorder which will occur in children or in a progeny. Okay, after receiving the genes from the parents. So Mendelian disorder, and the second one is about the chromosomal type of disorder. Here we can say that we are going to divide Mendelian disorder into some categories. First categories, we can say that sex-linked disorder. See here, sex-linked disorder. So category number 1, which is known as sex-linked disorder or the sex chromosome linked disorder. While category number 2, second category, we can write here category number 2, we can say that autosomal. Category number 2, we can say that autosomal type of disorder. Category number 2, we can say the autosomal type of disorder. So first type, which is known as sex-linked disorder. Second type, which is known as the autosomal disorder. What about the third one? Third type, which is known as what? Which is known as the metabolic type of disorder. The third type, which is known as what? The third type, which is known as metabolic type of disorder. So, according to your textbook, 3 categories are given. Okay, first one, which is known as the sex-linked disorder, means sex-linked Mendelian disorder. Second one, which is known as the autosomal Mendelian disorder, and third one, which is known as the metabolic Mendelian type of disorder. Now, see, we are going to talk about this both. You know that the 2 types of chromosomes are there. The first type, which is known as the autosomes. Okay, the first type, which is known as the autosomes. The first type, which is known as the autosomes, and second type, which is known as the sex chromosome. Second type, which is known as the sex chromosomes. Okay, so what will be the difference? What will be the main difference between sex chromosome and autosome? You know that the chromosome which will take part in the determination of the sex of individual are known as the sex chromosome, and the chromosomes which are not going to take part in the determination of sex of an individual is known as the autosome. You know that the chromosome, it means we can say that 23rd pair means, if you talk about the number 45 and number 46 will be the sex chromosome, while if you talk about autosome, then first pair to 22nd pair means 1 to 22 pairs will be the autosome, means if you talk about the number 1 to 44 will be the autosome. Okay, see here we can say that if you know that the genes are always located on the chromosome. Okay, genes are always located on the chromosome. If the mutant gene, see I am using word mutant gene, means the genes which is mutant and which will cause the disorder. Okay, if the mutant gene is located or situated on sex chromosome, then this type of disorder is known as sex-linked disorder. If the mutant gene is located or situated on the autosomes, then it is known as what? It is known as the autosomal disorder. Okay, so it is the main concept. You can say that if the mutant gene, okay, if the mutant genes are located on the sex chromosome, it is known as sex-linked disorder. Are located on the autosomes, it is known as what? It is known as the autosomal disorder. If we talk about some examples here, we can say that the color blindness. Okay, we can say that the color blindness is the best example. Then second example, we can say that the hemophilia, color blindness and hemophilia, both are one type of disease, okay, which are connected with the sex-linked disorder. And if we talk about the examples of autosomes, then we can say that the first example will be sickle cell anemia. The first example will be sickle cell anemia, and second example will be thalassemia, and the second example will be the thalassemia. So this both are what? This both are the examples. Okay, you will remember this. What about the metabolic disorder? See, metabolism is there. Okay, so some type of changes or some type of mutation found in the process of metabolism, and you will remember the one example. Okay, you know that the example will be the phenylketonuria. Phenylketonuria is the example of the metabolic disorder. So these are the 3 categories of the Mendelian disorder. Here, if we talk about the chromosomal disorder, we can say that what about chromosomal disorder? If the numbers of chromosome will be changed. Okay, 46 ના 47, 46 ના 45. જો આમાં શું થાય છે? Changes found in the gene which is located on a one chromosome. ઓલામાં આખું ક્રોમોસોમ જ હોય છે. It is a high level mutation, high level disorder. Okay, if the number of chromosome will be changed, okay, or the changes found in the number of chromosome, then it is known as the chromosomal disorder, if we talk about the examples of the chromosomal disorder, then 3 examples are given in your textbook. First one, which is known as the Down syndrome. Second one, which is known as Klinefelter syndrome. Okay, first one Down syndrome, second one is Klinefelter syndrome, third one we can say that Turner syndrome. Okay, so three examples are there. So it is the proper chart of the genetic disorder. Remember, this sex-linked disorder and autosomal disorder may be dominant or recessive. It may be dominant or recessive. Okay, we will discuss about it later. But first of all, you will take the screenshot of this. So take the screenshot of this screen. Okay. So you can write this whole concept in your fair book. Okay. So the chart of the chromosomal disorder is completed. Now we are going to talk about the next question, an important one, which is known as the color blindness. Now we are going to talk about the next and the important concept, which is about what? Which is about the color blindness. Next one and the important concept is about the color blindness. You will write this chart for the 3 times in your homework. Okay. Now see, the important one is what? Important one is the color blindness. Okay, see, it is important for 2 marks and 1 MCQ was asked in the last examination of the board. Color blindness. See, we are not talking about the night blindness. Okay, we are not talking about the night blindness. Okay, here I am writing the one word which is known as the night blindness. Night blindness means it is one type of disease, okay, in which the person is not able to see after the sunset or at the evening. Okay, it is the one type of disorder which will occur because of the deficiency of vitamin. You know that the deficiency of vitamin A leads to the night blindness. Okay, so it is one type of what? It is one type of disease. It is one type of disease which is occurred because of the deficiency. Because of the deficiency of vitamin A. Deficiency of what? Deficiency of the vitamin A. So it is about the night blindness, but we are talking about the color blindness. So first point we can say that color blindness means it is one type of genetic disorder. It is one type of genetic disorder. Means this disorder will be gifted by parents. Okay, and here this type of disease or this type of condition is because of some deficiency. Okay, so we can say that it is one type of genetic disorder. You will remember that color blindness, we can say that color blindness, it is one type of sex-linked recessive disorder. Okay, હવે આ વાક્ય ગોખવાનું થાતું નથી, સમજવાનું છે. What about the sex-linked disorder? Sex-linked means we can say that the mutant gene or the genes responsible for this type of disorder are located on what? Located on the sex chromosome. Located on which type of chromosome? Located on the sex chromosomes. It means we can say that if we talk about the female, then XX will be there. If we talk about the male, then XY will be there. Yes or no? It is the 23rd pair. And see, it is a recessive disorder. It is not a dominant. It is what? It is a one type of recessive disorder. So you will remember it is one type of sex-linked recessive disorder. Recessive means small t. Okay. Now I am writing the important one. It is one type of, or we can say that the genes which are responsible for the color blindness are located only on X chromosome. Only on which type of chromosome? Only on X chromosome. You will remember we can say that genes which are responsible for the color blindness are located only on X chromosome. So, in X chromosome it will sit, yes, but in Y chromosome it will be absent. The Y chromosome will not take part, okay, will not take part in this condition. So you remember, that's why it is known as, X-linked. That's why it is known as X-linked disorder. That's why it is known as what? That's why it is known as the X-linked disorder. Okay, so it is all about the color blindness. See, 3 points are there, important points are there: genetic disorder, sex-linked recessive disorder. Okay, if we talk about the gene, you remember the gene which is responsible for the color blindness is the small c. It means this small c will sit only on the X chromosome. This small c will not sit on the Y chromosome. Now see point number 4, which is very important. What happened? Okay, what will be happen in this condition? We can say that the infected person is not able to identify the red and green color. Okay, the infected person is not able to identify which and which color. It is the MCQ, red as well as what? Red as well as green color. Okay, because of the we can say that because of the some deficiency or some changes, okay, or some defect in the cone cells. You know the cone cells are there in the eye. Okay, so cone cells are also responsible for this. Okay, you know that if only red color is not visible, then it is known as the red color blindness. It is known as the red color blindness. And if only green color is not visible, it is known as the green color blindness. It is known as the green color blindness. Okay. For this condition, some names are there like the propanopia, and here we can say that the eutenopia. Okay, it is the name for this both conditions. So point number 4 is completed. Now, if we talk about the point number 5, it is important. The frequency of color blindness in female is 0.4%, while the frequency of color blindness in male will be the 8%. So MCQ पूछा है. This MCQ was asked in the last examination of the Gujarat board taken in the March 2020. We can say that the frequency of color blindness in female will be the only 0.4%, while for male it will be the 8%. So you will remember this. Okay, now see, now the important thing I am trying to say to you all. હવે જો એક important thing કહું છું. If we talk about the male, so you know that the male having XY and XY. Suppose હવે જો Y will not take part. Okay, Y chromosome will not take part because the C gene will only sit on the X. So I am writing here XC Y0. Okay, 0 मतलब કઈ નહીં. લખો તો ચાલે, ન લખો તો ચાલે. XCY and second one is X0Y0 means the normal. Okay, so it is a genotype. Now phenotype, it is a infected male. It is what? It is a infected male. Here we can say that this is a genotype of a normal male. Okay, so only two genotypes are possible in the case of male. Okay, XCY and XY. So infected male and normal male. But if we talk about the genotype of the female, we can say that X0, then XC, then XC, 0. Okay, 0 means nothing. See, X0 is equal to what? Is equal to the normal female. Is equal to the normal female. XC will be what? Will be the color blind female. Will be what? Will be the color blind female. Now see, there is a condition that one chromosome having C and other having 0 means other lacks C. Okay, but you remember this C is not dominant. It is recessive like small t. So this female will be normal, but it will be carrier. Why it is carrier? Because see, the phenotype it, for example, like see, capital T, small t, it will be the tall plant. It is tall plant, but this plant having the small t. It is a normal female, but it is a carrier because this female having the gene for the color blindness, which is known as the small c. Okay, so this condition is important. Female having the 1, 2 and 3 different type of what the genotypes. Okay, so this concept is not given in your textbook. You will write this concept. First of all, take a screenshot of this. Okay, first of all, take a screenshot of this. It is a short note of 2 marks, but the genotype and phenotype will be the important. Okay, so the color blindness, this concept is completed. In next video lecture, we are going to do the different type of examples of the color blindness. Okay, so today's video lecture is 100% completed. I hope that you are getting this content or the concept very much easily. Thank you very much.